Hey there, folks. My name's Pelly, and I play games. I love sports simulations, and I've played various iterations of front office football over the years. I just got front office football 9 here a couple of weeks ago. Didn't even realize it came out. I thought front office football 8 was the end of it, and I just happened to go looking, and by golly, there it was. Um, still undecided on the interface, but I have been enjoying it a little bit here, and I thought I'd create a playthrough. Um, and my idea, I've seen some other playthroughs online on YouTube, and they kind of have like challenges. They want to take a team and take it to the Super Bowl, whatever. I'm just gonna start playing, man. I'm just going to I may this video series might go 150 episodes. I don't know. I don't know how far I'll take it, but we'll see. Time depends. I got other things I do and other things I might get involved in, and so I might post 3 videos, and then I won't post another one for a month, and then I'll post 5 videos, and then I won't post another one for 2 months. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But I do like to, as I build a team, I'm going to be doing just GM mode. I'm not going to do coaching. I'm not going to show playthroughs and or anything like that. I'm not going to choose plays. I'm just going to do the GM mode. I do like to build a team. I do like to draft. I do like to sign free agents and try to make my roster the best it possibly can be. And then I let the game play it out and see how it goes. I do like to look at stats. I'm a stat head, and so I will pause, throughout to look at how my guys are ranking and what the end results are and what records you're set and things like that. So hopefully you'll enjoy it too. So without further ado, here we go. All right, so what I want to do is just go completely random. I looked at possibly downloading the NFL logos and doing something more standard, but I want to do something a little different, right? So we're going to use the player file. Uh, we're going to begin with players on teams. Um, However, we're not going to use the default team assignments. So we're not going to use historical quarterbacks or anything like that. And I decided we're going to randomize our locations. And we're going to just throw 28 in the United States, 2 in Canada, and 2 in the United Kingdom because why the heck not? All right. And then our conferences, I don't know. I could change those, but we're just going to leave those how they are. I don't want to spend too much time doing that. And then we'll stick with east, north, southwest, east, north, southwest. All right. We're going to stick with the full X factor and tracking and revealing scouting ratings. We'll leave that the way it is as well. And then we want the coaching staff to handle the depth charts and the game plan and the playbook. But we don't want them signing players. I want to sign all my players. And I also want to handle all the off-season functions and roster moves. Now this is what I set up with the other game I was playing around with is 50% injury setting. Just because you don't want. I mean, it's. I might go 75 here, but if we go 100, I mean, you tend to have random players with headaches that are out for 9 weeks, and then you have your number one draft pick who you're counting on to lead your team for the next 10, 12 years blows out a knee and his career is over. Not to say it won't still happen, but sometimes those are kind of just devastating things that just makes you go and you want to take your computer and throw it through the wall. So we're going to try to cut down on that just a little bit. We'll stick with 100% combine accuracy. And again, it's on a scale of 1 to 100. So like I could go 150 here and it would get it closer to accurate. I could go 50 and it would be more random. But we're going to leave that where it is, I believe. All right, so we're creating our new teams, and let's see where we end up. And then I think what I'm probably going to do, because why not, we'll maybe choose the team with the worst roster, although I may not be able to do that. All right, let's see. What are our teams here? We got the Charleston Hooks, Florida, Miami, Petersboro. I don't know where that is. All right, Billings, Denver. Uh, you know what? Let's be Hawaii. Well, I don't know. The demographics might hurt. Let's pick someone that's somewhere that's at least a decent chance for having some money. I don't want to hamper myself, but I also want to think out of the box here and maybe do something that's in a location that you don't normally see. Yeah, you know what? We're gonna go Hawaii just because it seems fun. All right, so let's see what our roster looks like for the Hawaii Jazz. All right. Oh, well, we got J.J. McCarthy with a future 67. That's not too bad. Let's see. Running backs suck eggs. Aaron Jones is past his prime. And Ty Chandler never was. We got just some junk here in Myles Gaskin. Let's see. Okay, we got Hawk. That's good. Tight end. We've also got Josh Oliver, who has some potential as well. Look at that. We got JJ. Okay, that's good. That's good. And then we got this Trent Sherfield, who's okay. And then we got not a whole lot. All right, our offensive line looks like it's a little less to be desired on the interior. We got Garrett Bradbury, Blake Brandel, and then Ingram. Okay, Brian O'Neill is okay on the right tackle. Christian Darrisaw is okay at the left tackle. Offensive line needs some work. Defensive line, all right, here we go. We got some good potential in Dallas Turner. We got Jonathan Bullard. The one thing that I hate, not hate, but I mean the one thing that bothers me sometimes about front office football is like I'm a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, so of course I chose the Pittsburgh, I don't know what they're called, Ironheads or something in the game. And this started out, 2024, and T.J. Watt was like a 44. And it just didn't feel right because it ended up like Leal was like a 50 something and started over him, and it just felt a little odd and awkward. But that's why sometimes I like to use the random rosters, random names, and you get that way anyway. You get 20 years into a playthrough and everybody's retired, and then you've got Justin Jefferson as your receivers coach and whatever. But I didn't want to do a full draft. I just wanted to start with players on teams and see where I could go. All right, so let's see. Nose tackle, pretty good. Linebackers, very average to weak. See this? Like it's got Ivan Pace, who was one of the top linebackers, a couple years ago. Rookie, free agent, who just did great for the Vikings, and they've got him as a 20. But what are you gonna do? Let's see. We got cornerbacks are okay. Safeties pretty good. Cameron Bynum, Harrison Smith good, but Harrison Smith's a 13-year vet, so he's not going to last much longer. All right, so as far as age, we got Stephon Gilmore, Harrison Smith, both up there. Some other pieces are long snapper. Long snappers are going to play a long time anyway. But decent amount of youth. All right, so let's just take a look at where we are in let's see, youth. How young are we? Okay, well, we're one of the oldest teams out there. Okay, how the heck is Oakland have an average age of 55? Their defensive line have an average age of 226. Something tells me there's a glitch in the matrix. All right, let's see. Financial information here. We got, our value is really low. Our value of our stadium is mid. Population is probably one of the lowest. Yeah. So that's something that we're going to be contending with is just I don't know how many tickets we're going to sell. Should be interesting. We'll see. We'll see if we get if we get fired because we're not making money. But okay, we're gonna sim through the first year. First year's gonna be what it's gonna be, and then we'll go with building our teams. All right, so let's just take a look at our power. Oh, we're not gonna have power ratings yet. All right, let's just take a look at. Okay, what am I looking for? Roster. Well, we got team cohesion. Oh, here we go. Overall rosters. Okay, so like San Antonio, we're mid. Quarterbacks decent. Running backs suck. We might have the worst running back core in the league. Not quite, almost. We got JJ, so that gives us 100 in receivers. Not bad. Offensive line, it actually has us at a 75, which is very surprising. Defensive line, here's the deal. Like in this other playthrough I watched, the guy named Snacks, I believe, Snacks something or other, he was lamenting the strength of his defensive line all the time, and thought it looks to me, if you look at these ratings, it looks like they devalue defensive line because I mean look at the bottom half here. You're not seeing this in any other position group other than defensive line. So I think it's probably just another tweak in the algorithm that's just not really adding things up great. But at the same time, we're mid, so it's not horrible. All right, so linebackers, yeah, not great. Secondary sucks eggs, and then special teams we're in the middle. All right, so let's just kind of see how it goes, shall we? All right. Oh, let me just double check. Double check my game settings here. Let's see. What am I looking for? I want to. No, this isn't what it is. It's not global settings. It is. Game and AI settings. Yeah. Okay. So I want to make minor roster decisions and major roster decisions. Let them do the depth chart, the game plan, and the playbook. But that way, it lets me, because when you have it make like minor roster decisions and sign player, you might have a draft pick that you're thinking, all right, let's see how this guy does, and then all of a sudden he's not there anymore because the AI has cut that player for one reason or another because somebody gets injured and they need another, you need another nose tackle, and then they cut your rookie wide receiver because you got one too many. So I don't want that to happen. I want to make sure I'm controlling who's on my roster and who's not. So we're going to leave it at that. All right, so let's go here. All right, so we're going to do the first preseason game. All right, too many active. All right, yeah. So there we go. There's the first problem is that I need to make my roster cuts. All right, so we're gonna get rid of the low hanging fruit first. All right, so I don't need Myles Gaskin at a 9, so you're toast. All right, we got. I don't feel I need to cut a quarterback yet. Let's see, tight ends. We have 1,000 tight ends. So let's see. We want to keep Hawk. We want to keep Oliver, and then after that, they got N'Keal Harry as a tight end. Did he get converted to tight end with whatever team he's on now? I thought he was out of the league, to be honest with you. All right. So let's see. We're gonna get rid of Nick Muse. See you, buddy. And we're going to get rid of, let's see, Tanyan. We're not going to need. All right, we got a good chunk of salary cap too. That's not horrible. we'll take a look at our financial situation here in a minute once I do the cut downs. So, and I'm not taking into account, and I probably should, as I look more at this, taking a look at how much, like this guy we got for 3 years. I mean, he's not anything really. So if I release him, it's not going to cost anything against the cap because he's a minimum salary guy. So even though he's got a 3-year deal, it's not going to cost anything. So not a problem to get rid of. But I do want to make sure that we're, paying attention to cap hits and things that are really going to screw us in the long run. So this is another minimum guy. He's got a 40,000 signing bonus. So, but still, it's not going to cost us anything. So no problem getting rid of him. All right, so that gets us down to 68. I think we need to be to 60. All right, and we've gotten rid of a lot of offense. Let's see what we can do down here. Okay, yeah, so you got Nashawn Wright is not worth having on a roster. I mean, really, even as a practice squad player. All right, so let's see. Left tackle here. Let's get rid of this guy. All right. And then probably, what do we got? 4 tackles. That's good enough. So we're going to get rid of Jeremy Flax as well. Yeah. Boy, they just signed a bunch of people in the offseason just to fill the roster out. Okay, let's see. We don't need Andre Carter. 0 against the cap. Good. All right, so now we're down to 64. Again, we've got 1,000 cornerbacks, so we're going to get rid of Najee Thompson. Again, minimum, he's got a $40,000 signing bonus, but it's still not going to cost anything for us. Let's see. Kicker, punter's average. All right, Bobby McCain isn't worth having. He's another minimum guy. Okay. 2 more. All right. Yeah, let's go Jonah Williams. We're up to almost $70 million in cap space. All right. We really, this running back situation is a bad deal. I'd love to get, well, you know what? Let's do this. All right. Let's do this. Player acquisition. Let's take a look at. Oh, it's not going to allow us to start sign a free agent, I don't think. Maybe it will. All right, so let's look at running backs. And, yeah, Deion Jackson, we got plenty of space, so we're going to grab Deion Jackson. Let's take a look at him. Not a lot of speed, got some strength, hole recognition. Doesn't play well on special teams. You know what? Let's find a guy that plays special teams. Devin DeJesus. What does this guy look like? He's all right at special teams. He doesn't really have a lot of great stats anywhere else. What's this guy, Doug Tatro? He didn't play special teams at all, but he's got some potential to do everything but catch the ball. Route running, adjust the ball. Yeah, I don't think it's going to matter that much. So let's go ahead and, just, we want to continue with that offer. So go back to our roster, and then we can ditch Xavier Scott. And then we got one more. We gotta dump Where do we have a surplus of players? I think we still have a whole lot of cornerbacks. But, I mean, there's nobody here that's just dog meat. I mean, I suppose you can make a case for Shaquille Griffin being spectacularly okay. Yeah. So we're going to do that. We're going to get rid of Shaquille Griffin. And then let's see where we have some, maybe have some, and I didn't even look at his contract. I saw that it was like a couple million. Hopefully I didn't screw myself too much on the dead cap space. But okay, so that gives us 60. Now let's just kind of quickly look through here and see where we might have some shortcomings. Fullback's not great. I'm willing to ride with that for now. Maybe fix it later. Receivers, we've got decent quality. We don't have, great third receiver, but really, not too concerned with that at this point. Offensive line, we got depth, we got some crap, but I think we're okay there. We'll probably, end up being able to cut Henry Bird, and some of these other not so great guys when we cut down to 53. And then I was looking at this. This is kind of the reason I saw this out of the corner of my eye as I was making those last cuts, that we really could possibly use a better backup nose tackle. So let's go back to player acquisition and let's find a player. Let's find a defensive tackle. All right. Ooh, who's this guy? Gregory Edgerton. He's got a 64 future. Primary position, defensive right tackle. Now we have a 3-4. Obviously, I haven't looked at the coaches. We'll kind of do that in a minute as well before we really start simulating. This guy doesn't project as a nose tackle. Let's see if we have anybody that does. Oh, I was going the wrong way. I want to do this. Defensive left tackle. There we go. There's a defensive nose tackle. Lloyd Crunk, 32 out of 40. Let's take a look at this again here. And gosh, all right. Here's the deal. I like this guy better than any other guys. Does he fit our scheme? Maybe not. But you know what? This is our first year. We're going to do some fixing, and maybe we can make this guy into something. All right. So we're going to go ahead and run with it. We'll make the offer. He might not be on our team next year anyway. So, we'll see. All right. So, yeah, I think we'll just go ahead and cut this guy. I know that leaves us with only 2 nose tackles, but we'll see. Let's see if we can make this guy a nose tackle, shall we? Gregory Edgerton. We're going to change his position, and we want to make him. It's not even an option. It's not even an option. We can't make him a nose tackle. Okay, well, we'll leave it at that then. He'll still hopefully slot in there, but I think we're good now. I think we're good to simulate. But let's take a look at our staff real quick, see what we got. Let's see. We got a head coach with no style. Fantastic. Our offensive coordinator likes to spread. Defensive coordinator likes 3-4 eagle. Defensive coordinator and assistant coach are both linebacker guys. We probably want to spread that out. We're going to leave it as is, and we'll do some coaching changes next year. But let's take a look at O'Connell. Good for young players, not good for player development. Play calling's not great. Scouting is pretty good. So then our offensive coordinator, I like my coordinators to be good play callers. 60 is very average. So, and he's not good with young players. Wes Phillips will probably go after this season. So we might do a full, complete coaching staff overhaul. We'll see how it goes. This guy is pretty weak sauce. His play calling's okay, but everything else is mediocre to poor. So I think Flores is going to be toast. Mike Patine, he's 100 on young players. Everything else is average or below average. All right. And then our strength coach. All right, we got strong folks, not very conditioned, and he's smart. I don't know how intelligence plays into the coaches and how that matters. So something to see. All right, so there is the team construction. We're ready to roll with the preseason simulation. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and call it here as kind of the intro video. We've set up our team. That's kind of how I'm going to play this, right? I'm going to be moving fast and furious. I'm going to take some time to make some decisions, but I'm going to try not to overthink everything. I want to make intelligent decisions, but I also want to keep things moving. So we're going to call it here. We'll come back and we'll actually simulate the first season and see where we end up. And then video 3 is probably going to be where we do our major off-season overhaul based on how we finish. So there you go. Hopefully you enjoyed us and continue with me. And again, we may be together for years, playing into the 2100s. As this team evolves and we have all kinds of records and all kinds of Super Bowl appearances and Hall of Famers and all that good stuff. That's what I want. That's what I like to do is play out a season as long as I can and just generate stats and generate history. So there you go. Come back next time.